Hello, this is Stampy Longnose, and welcome to Maze 7 of my Mazes playthrough thingy, majiggy, whatever this thingy is. Yeah, can't actually remember what this one was. Assuming there's a gun turret. Yeah, there we go, gun turret through the wall. Oh, yep, I remember what this one is. Basically, I'm trying to get up here, and there's sort of two sections, so I need two grab lifts, because if I get up to this first area, I need to throw down another grab lift here to try and get up to that top bit. And there were two grab lifts in the room which I first started in. So the challenge is basically I need to get both of them out here. But because of the gun turret, I can only bring one through. And to get back round to that first area, I have to go all the way through these tunnels. Which basically means that because I've got to crouch through these tunnels, I go really slowly. So if I throw one down, even if I go through here as fast as I can, by the time I get the second one, the first one would have just been destroyed. So that's the reason why you have to crouch through these tunnels. And it's also quite funny because everyone will do basically what I've just done now. They go straight through to that first room, and then they'll do what I did, and then they'll have to go all the way back here, and they'll go through a turret through there, and they'll be back in the spawn room. They'll be like, oh, I've done it wrong, I'm back at the start. Even though it's kind of part of the learning process. And what you've actually got to do is if you turn around, look back up the way you came, there's a flare hidden up there, which is quite difficult for people to see. And then you've got to do the whole trick of equipment juggling, where you've got to keep switching them to try and get it right next to the window. And then once it's here next to the window, you basically got to jump to be able to pick it up through that window. Should be close enough. You're still going to be relatively quickly, but that's how you do it. Will let me pick it up? Yep. It is quite annoying that you have to jump. It would be nice if you could just pick it up, because a lot of people work out how to do the puzzle, but they just don't know that you've got to jump to be able to pick the it up through the window. And that's kind of, at that point you kind of want people to be able to do it, because they have worked it out. This bit looks quite menacing. I think this map's built quite a lot better than all the previous ones. I also tried to bring quite a lot of new ideas into this one. Because this is my 7th map, or technically my 8th map, I was a bit running low on ideas, so I was trying to get a bit more inventive in this one. And this is a good example of that bit, where I've basically got a hammer jump. There's a window here, which is basically just so you can see what you've got to do. See, there's a golf ball up there, and that is on top of a teleporter, which is the exit to this teleporter. So I basically want to try and get high on this tunnel, and to knock the golf ball through the wall. And the way you've got to do that is by hammer jumping, which is an extremely difficult thing to do. And there's fusion coils down there. They don't actually help propelling you, but it kind of, one, it's a bit of a distraction, and two, it kind of lets people know that they are doing the right thing. So they generally keep swinging down there by their fusion coils, and they kind of start getting knocked up a bit, and that's sort of letting them know that that is what you've got to do. And they sometimes even accidentally get up to where I'm trying to get to, which is that little ledge sticking out there. And this is kind of difficult. I know there was a very set technique for doing it, but I can't remember how to do it. This is quite good actually, because I generally build a map and then get everyone to try and play it. And then, because I've just built the map and I've spent loads of time testing it while building it, I'm really good at it, but they all don't really know what they're doing. So it's kind of quite good me doing it now, and I haven't played it in a while, because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. There we go, that's better. I think I've actually been pressing the wrong button to jump this whole time. I recently changed my button layout on Halo Reach, so I think I've been pressing A to jump, and that hasn't been my jump button. So I think I basically just want to jump and smack there. Hopefully that's done it, 'cause it's knocked me down. Ah, no, has it not done it? Let's have a look. No, the golf ball's still on there. Right, let's have another go. Right, let's remember to actually jump this time. What a noob. Trying to see me spamming the crouch button as well. There we go. I might just want to swing. There we go. See it moving. And this next section, I think I might have to do it again. Yeah, I've got to try and land up on there. And remember, there's two ways of doing it. One way is on the ball, and the other way is with this pallet. But you'll find most people, when they've got hammers in their hand, they like to swing them a lot. So a lot of people, as soon as they get here, they'll just swing anyway, just for no reason, and they'll destroy the pallet, which ruins their chances of using it. But you can still use the golf ball. Hopefully this one will be a bit easier. Maybe not. I think that's what I've got to do. I hope I can actually make this. There's a bit of a silent hammer swing there. Come on, come over here. Alright, where is it? It's right on that side. Oh, yeah, just about. Oh yeah, and this is the sniper section of the game. If you come here, you can look down. This is actually the very beginning of the maze. And this is kind of here for two reasons. One, if I've got to this section and there's still people struggling at the beginning, I can be up here like, you don't know what you're doing, whatever, shooting through the hole, which is always good fun. And the other reason is if you're stuck on that first section, they'll be looking up through this window here, and they can see up to here. They might be trying to grab lift up here. It's another bit of a red herring. And actually, I wish I should have showed you. I forgot about it, but that roof isn't here until about 30 seconds into the game. So when they look up, they can actually see there's a rocket launcher on top of here. And so a lot of them try and get the rocket launcher, try and shoot it down, but that is just there as a distraction. And yeah, sorry, I forgot about showing you that. Right, got to remember what I've got to do now. Seems to be a pallet there. We have a mongoose in it. Oh, I do remember what I've got to do. This is quite a devious one, if I remember. There's... Oh, a flare. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, there's flame grenades here. And see, I've shot down that mongoose. And that's another reason for this window being here. I remember now. This is to kind of get your bearing. So I now know that I am above the beginning of the maze. And so that room there is the room where... on the other side of that wall, I'm grab lifting up. So if I use my flame grenades and kill myself, I will now spawn back at the beginning of the maze, and I can go through the ceiling to grab the mongoose. Now I'm kind of scared that I'm not going to get this right. It should be around here somewhere. I shouldn't have to use the grab lift to do it because I don't want to make a mistake and have to do it again. There we go. I was quite proud of coming up with that idea because it's really hard to get. People don't want to kill themselves because it's a big risk in case they have to do it from the beginning of the maze. But I mean, they're told all the information they need to work that out. It might seem fiendishly difficult at first, but I mean they know where they are because there's the hole in the floor, and there's also the flare they can pick up, which kind of reinforces where they are. And they know that they can jump through the floor to get the mongoose. So they got all the information they need. They just got to have the bravery and the intelligence to figure out what they got to do. And I think you have to jump off this mongoose, I believe. Yeah, and there's a turret through the wall. They can also use the grab lift to get up there. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is kind of similar to, I think it was Maze, I think it might be Maze 5 or Maze 6, where at the beginning they got that section where they keep going through the man cannon. And they basically got to work out how to stop themselves and get through. And this one's kind of similar to that. I think there's something you've got to shoot. I think, yeah, in the next tunnel, there's a pallet you've got to destroy. And that gives you a grab lift, which enables you to stop falling for a while. And, yeah, get up that top bit. But I've already got a grab lift, because I had one anyway. So I'll see if I can do it. Oh, I've just lost my grab lift. So I'm going to have to do it properly. Oh. That's not good. This is another difficult one. This is one that people kind of enjoyed first. Like, oh, look, I'm just constantly falling. And then they found it quite difficult. I'll try throwing a grenade at the pallet. I don't think this is going to work. Ooh, got it. Yeah, and there's a grab lift. And so you're basically trying to use that to get out to the upstairs section on the yeah, I'm basically trying to throw it there. So I believe I got to throw it just as I go through the teleporter. Oh, no, I've managed to land here. That's good. And I am out. I believe that's the end of the maze. No, actually this is quite a cool bit though. This isn't really a puzzle. This is more of a fun section in which you can go. Actually, no, there is a puzzle here actually. Oh, I think I've gotten a bit wonky. Yeah, if you go on these straight, you kind of bounce along them. And I kind of had an element that in one of the previous mazes, but it was just literally 2 of them and you bounce along them on a mongoose. This is a bit more advanced. Took quite a while to set this up. And then at the top we've got a teleporter here, which is a teleporter exit. And then a teleporter here. Oh, that takes me through here. Okay, so we're trying to block this teleporter so that we can walk through here to get to the other side of that area. And so yeah, find something to block it with. I think most people spend their time trying to block it with bits of the ghost, trying to blow up the ghost or trying to drive the ghost in there. That is, I believe it's impossible, but who knows? No one's managed to do it yet. Ah, there's something that I could block it with there. There's also a block over there. Actually, I think that's the Easter egg of the maze. If you've watched the previous videos, I mentioned that there's always a hidden flame grenade. I believe that is it up here. Yep, there it is there. No purpose, but it's just there. The block's just there to kind of draw your attention to it a little bit more. I thought just it there by itself, no one would ever find it. Right, so what you've got to try and do in this one is you've got to try and jump out the ghost at the exact right time so you can land on that platform. Can I do it? Nope, bit too late there. And when you're playing this for about 4 or 5 people, there's generally a constant supply of ghosts just flying up there. So you want to be careful not to get splattered if you're standing at the top. They generally end up being a big pile at the top of the map. Right. Better? No, not as good. I think I'm going to do it literally as I'm bouncing on the second one. Looks about right. Another way you can do this, if you're struggling, you can get someone to jump on their head to be able to get it with the top bit. Right, now. Better? No. Slightly too early. And it just carries on bouncing. It doesn't need me. And the good thing about this is because you can't team kill, when you get the flame grenade, you can just set your friends on fire and they don't die. They just sort of walk around on fire for a while. Good? No. No chance of jumping from there. I think you might actually be able to pile up some ghosts and jump from that bit of sand. I kind of put it so close to that ledge there, so a lot of people, that's how they think they're going to get it. They don't think about jumping out on the ghost, generally. I mean, some do. But most people are trying to just get to the ledge another way. Oh no! That was ridiculously close. Okay, I'm going to cut ahead a little bit until I get it right, because this is probably getting a bit repetitive for you. Hey, that's the one. I was only 2 attempts after I said I'd stop talking, so I wasn't there for another half an hour or anything. Right, I do believe this is coming towards the end of the maze. Sorry, I know it's a long one. I think it's probably the best one up until this point by far, though, in terms of build quality and just, I don't know, creativity. I'm sounding a bit big-headed there, aren't I? I'm just saying because the other ones are bad built and a bit repetitive, so I'm not just saying this one's amazing. Yeah, this is what I said about them always ending up in a pile. Right, please don't muck this up. I put it right in the corner so they shouldn't be able to muck it up. And then I think you have to crouch through the teleporter. But if they didn't crouch, they'd only go there and they could have another go. Hey, it worked. And yep, this is now the end of the maze. It's a very small and not very exciting fun room, simply because the budget was quite small in Sandbox, certainly compared to Forge World and Halo Reach. So I didn't have much money left to spend on building a better fun room. Otherwise I could have built a lot more. And I often had to cut out so much in the mazes, which I did have in, like any kind of design, anything to try and make the map look nicer than it originally was, I had to just cut out because it wasn't worth it. Oh yeah, I remember this. Can't remember, there's something up the top of this tower of gun turrets. And this is here kind of as a challenge to see if you can climb up them, but you can just drive in the Hornet to get up easier, or the Banshee. I think by this point most people have had enough of puzzles. Was that a rocket launcher? I think it's a flamethrower. Yeah, anyway, this brings us towards the end of the video. There's going to be Maze 8 in the description as long as it's up already. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.